And a number of people in your side of the business and in the side that I'm in, which is getting information out to people, are now saying that wellness is the imperative to surviving any oncoming American wellness healthcare crisis. However, they say it's pre-conception to 100 plus. Now, what does that mean?
Well, I think we've put a lot of importance on the genes, and I'd like to take away from that because I do think there's some validity in that because every genetic download is weaker. So we are coming in a little bit more predisposed, but I think it's more the phenotype. It's the expression of those genes based on lifestyle habits. And this is where you're going to see the variance because it depends on those that are privy to education. So whether a woman's trying to get pregnant, particularly more now in the late 30s, early 40s, I see a lot of women in my office, they're coming because they can't get pregnant. We clean the system out, we get rid of the inflammatory agents, things like candida, we balance the body, the endocrine system, now they can get pregnant. But that's because they've taken that route. So I think because the elements have changed, we're so much more toxic that we have to find those resources within ourselves through programs like this and such to become educated at an earlier start. I think every parent needs to read about vaccinations. Every parent needs to think about, do you really want to do hormone therapy to get pregnant? You have to look at the stress levels, the inner dialogue of a female wanting to have her career and have a child and how that stress in itself can prevent you from getting pregnant. You know, it's looking at it from multiple angles, and so the stress factors need to be examined, the toxin load of how we're putting chemicals into the body through our food, through vaccinations, and through the air quality. So the phenotype is more the expression, because one of the things that saddens me is I'm hearing that women will remove their breasts when they find out their aunt or their mother or their grandmother had breast cancer as a preventative. Now, that seems a bit far for me.
Certainly does.
But this is the reality of fear-based paradigm that we're living in, which is if you watch your normal advertisements, who wouldn't think you're not going to step into some type of condition because it's on 24/7? The sad thing is we're not seeing the other side of the potential of what the body has the ability to do and all the preventative steps to get to the root cause of removing infection, inflammation. I believe it's those two factors that create all conditions in the body, unless it's trauma-induced from a car accident. So the thing is, it goes back to the education factor. And it means everybody has to be responsible that health is a choice. It's not something that you think about when you're 60 years old. It's something you need to think about when you're a teenager, as a parent, in your 20s, in your 30s, in your 40s. This is something that I think needs to be the #1 factor on everybody's mind is how do I prevent? How do I stay healthy? What do I do to bring quality aging on?